A few days before the rollout, the car was presented in public for the first time. The new banner carrier for a team that's been active in Formula One for just 5 years. So they're still newcomers. Their declared aim is to win races on their own before the year 2000. A goal that takes years to reach. It's an experience all teams go through, irrespective of whether their name's Williams, Jordan or Sauber. And the C17 is set to be yet another milestone on the way. Whether or not the car can profit from the changes in the regulations will become clear in the course of the season. The car has yet to develop its full potential.
We tried to gain back all the aerodynamic losses we had due to the new rules, and I think we achieved quite a lot of it. We are not 100% at the level of last year's car, but I think it doesn't take a lot of time. And from the aerodynamics, we are at the same level, but we will further improve. And we put all our efforts in aerodynamic development. At the other end, we try to make the center of gravity as low as possible, because with a narrower track, it's 20% narrower, 10% narrower, and that means basically we have to reduce the center of gravity also 10%. But this is technically not possible. But we did as much as we can to work in this direction.
The man responsible for the new engines is Osamu Goto, a name with an attractive resonance in Formula One. The engines he developed for Honda won world championships with McLaren.
Is it possible to beat Ferrari with their own engine?
At the moment, quite difficult, but our engine also positive point. Of course, the engine lot of positive point. For example, our engines are I think lighter and definitely shorter. We can't say how much power, but so quite a good step of improvement, top-end power.
Red Bull Sauber Petronas, an out-of-the-ordinary team in the Formula One scene. Does things a bit differently. For instance, at this year's presentation, a show that every team organizes in its own way to project a particular image in public. The title of the event was Symphony of Luck. As part of an extravagant performance, Peter Sauber was presented with a heart, symbolizing good luck. Some people thought it a bit provocative. What has success in Formula One got to do with luck? And that wasn't the only unusual thing about the day. The Symphony of Luck brought two other unlikely partners together, Formula One and classical music. Two apparently conflicting things were brought into harmony. A successful attempt to break through conventions, courageous and very much out of the ordinary. The backdrop, Schönbrunn Palace in Vienna. In the city of Mozart, classical music's at home, but that wasn't why Vienna was chosen as the venue. In fact, Red Bull Sauber Petronas isn't a Swiss team. Seen on the basis of ownership, it's Austrian. Red Bull doesn't only sponsor the team, it also owns 51% of it. When Red Bull became a partner in 1995, Dietrich Mateschitz fulfilled a long-cherished ambition. Another high point in the career of a man who brought the energy drink with the Jelly Baby flavor to Europe. It was Fritz Kaiser who set up the cooperation. Gerhard Berger's advisor for many years, he's now Peter Sauber's marketing partner. The team's international, and so are its stars. For 1998, Sauber have a highly interesting combination of drivers. With newcomer Jean Alesi, the team is much stronger. Up to the end of last season, the charismatic Frenchman had driven 135 Grand Prix, the most experienced driver in Formula One. On the basis of experience, Johnny Herbert is number 2 on the Formula One circuit. Ever since he signed with Sauber in 1996, he's been one of the mainstays of the team. Now with Jean Alesi, he's once again got a stablemate who's his equal. Last season, the team was all too often only able to count on him, and thus only on one competitive driver. Reason enough for a rather disappointing result.
As we are a young team, we need any experience that's available on the market. I think for us as a young team and young drivers, it doesn't make sense. We don't make the progress we need to have. Last year, all the burden of testing and development was on Johnny's shoulders. And every human being has sometimes a bad day, and if you just rely on somebody and you're just lost with one driver. And I hope just to get double feedback, maybe hopefully from two directions, but it will help us for the development. And on the other hand, maybe it's stupid to think we can score twice the points just because we have two drivers the same level. That's not the case. But last year, if Johnny was out of the race, we are nothing, not just tourists then.
In any event, Jean Alesi, the star of the media, will attract more publicity. Like the team, he's an unusual phenomenon in Formula One. Since parting company with Benetton, he sees new perspectives with Sauber.
The challenge is the possibility to improve the results of a team who work in Formula One now since 6 years, I think. And they have a good budget, they have everything ready to do it. Just maybe what they need is two drivers pushing on the same direction to make a real improvement, a real collaboration with the chief designer.
And the second new face, Jörg Müller, will also bring the team new strength. Like Jean Alesi, he's a darling of the media. And like Alesi, he has driver's qualities. As substitute driver and test driver, the young German plans to help bring the team on. What's important above all is to have a good substitute. As we saw last year, it's very bad if a regular driver drops out and there's no substitute who's as good and the team wins no points. I probably won't get much opportunity for test driving at the beginning of the season because obviously the regular drivers will want to do their own test driving to get to know the car and the way it's tuned. So my work will probably only really begin in the course of the season. It seems logical that Sauber started the season with a Symphony of Luck. Because every success needs a bit of luck, however hard you work for it.